Hey everyone, there's such big energy in Australia here at the moment, and I'm sure once again it's not just here, it's everywhere in the world. And so I wanted to do a balance this morning about keeping our energy high, our vibration high, and our keeping at the forefront of our mind acceptance, awareness, peace, and that realization again that everyone on the planet is entitled to their space, their own history, their own understandings of where they are on the planet. And don't forget, everyone's at a different vibration. So the people that you vibrate and feel comfortable with are the people on the same vibration as you. So when we're hanging around people who we just gel with, they're on our vibration. When we're with people who just make us feel tense and angry and stressed and fearful and then what are they doing to our vibration? Are they the people that we want to have in our little tribe? Well, sometimes we're actually addicted to that emotion too. I suppose that hasn't been something we've chatted a lot about. A lot of people understand it intuitively, but we can be quite addicted to our emotions, addicted to fear, addicted to anger, addicted to drama, which is why so many people are actually still enjoying the drama going on worldwide. And whereas I look at all the headlines and I have a bit of a giggle because I think, oh, okay, now they're doing this to push the agenda, or now they're doing that to push the agenda. Whereas many people take it seriously and start double, triple masking, only flushing with the toilet seats shut. Oh, making sure they've got 2 weeks worth of food in their room in case they need to be locked in by their flatmates so that they're safe and keeping everyone safe around them. These recommendations that are still spreading around the world are really, really interesting, especially given this current strain is so mild. Yes, it's infectious. Yes, it's infectious. Viruses are infectious. But, it's sort of the people who are quite vulnerable, again, who are having issues. Well, that's certainly here in Australia. That's certainly here in Australia. So, and and then every time I see the headlines, so it's always good to sort of think, okay, so who's paying for the headlines? Who's paying for these doctors? Who's paying for these scientists? The whole follow the money thing. And then you get your answer as to what dialogue they're going to be pushing out there. And one of the funny things here in Australia as well is that there's a Dr. Karen Phelps, and she's the head of our AMA, our Australian Medicine Association, and I've disliked her for many years. So about 15 years ago, there was a direct she said on TV one day, and I remember her saying, and I saw it in the headlines. It wasn't like now when you got your 15-second snippets on Facebook or social media, so you knew what people said. But she said there was no proof that natural therapies worked. That sentence from the Australian Medical Association, no proof that natural therapies worked. And I remembered at the time, the current status was that in order to change doctors' minds, you needed at least 20,000 double-blind placebo studies. And that, on average, took about 20 years. So that was at the time. Our scientists would tell us that when I was at congresses and things like that, and they're keeping us updated. So that's a huge amount, and that's how long it takes. Once we have a belief about something, and this is everyone, this isn't just doctors. Once we have a belief about something, it takes a lot of proof to change our minds about that. So, and that's fine. We're allowed, once again, we're allowed to have our beliefs. If we are, and that's fine. That's fine. People can stay in whatever position they choose. Anyway, so this Dr. Karen Phelps, about 5 years ago, she actually spoke at a Metagenics Congress. So Metagenics is one of my trusted supplements. The supplements are great, but I'm really listening to the science that they've been giving out the last couple of years, and it's been very interesting. And they had Karen Phelps speak at a Metagenics Congress about 5 years ago, and I was so angry they did that. And I was going to boycott it that year, and I love this particular Congress. Haven't gone the last 2 years because it's been online, and that just gives me the willies. I don't want to spend 3 days looking at a screen when the whole point of me going is to network and have fun and meet friends and, hang out with 600 people who I have, it's that whole finding your tribe thing. That's what I love about Congress. Anyway, so I haven't been the last 2 years. I've gone, no, blow it. I won't be going again this year if it's online. Anywho, so Karen, she spoke and I was going to boycott it, and I ended up going, and I got sick as a dog that year, got the flu. Once again, doesn't make me want to go have the flu jab. Not my cup of tea, but I took heaps of supplements. And anywho, so now today she is here in Australia pushing for the babies. And I'm like, right, because she's supposed to be an integrative doctor, which supposedly means that she has knowledge of natural therapies. So as the Australian Medical Association head, they should be pushing the things that are now proven worldwide. They should be suggesting high doses of vitamin D, glutathione, N-acetylcysteine, zinc, vitamin C. Those ones alone reduce risk of death, hospitalisation by a massive, massive, massive amount. Massive amounts. So she's the head of the AMA. They've got the one solution, which is only the, the old jibbity-jabbity. And it's interesting that she's supposed to be an integrative doctor, which means looking at the body holistically, working out what deficiencies are there, using medicine where required. So yeah. Anyway, there's two big... she obviously hasn't seen Robert Malone with Joe Rogan at the end of the year, and she obviously didn't see Peter McCullough back in December with Joe Rogan, both brilliant interviews. Mike Yeadon with Rainer Fulmuk, maybe on about the, I don't know, somewhere between the 10th and 15th of January. What date is it today? I don't even know what date it is. And that's a 2-hour one. That's brilliant. So it is very interesting that these people, someone called them a ostrich-headed sheep, which I thought was quite brilliant. Anyway, so this is about keeping our vibe high, opening our minds, that awareness. Once again, it's just about awareness. It's about resilience. It's about keeping our vibe high so that when people speak, we can listen, understanding, empathy, sympathy, so that we can just move forward as human beings. That's what we want, moving forward as humans. Okay, part 2.